Why she couldn't just sit there and chill? The man was just robbing the store. He wasn't finna come back and say, hold up, before I leave, I need a bag of soup. Why your buddy just sit back there and stop being nosy, try and find a way to run out? There's only one door. I didn't know where you was going. He's standing right by it with a pistol. What it do, y'all, man? It's your boy, its.nolimitab. We are finally back here, y'all, on the reaction videos with our boy NF. As always, y'all, this week we put the poll up on Tuesday, and as soon as NF hit the poll, I mean, you all went like it was presidential election week. I mean, what in the world do we have going on? I believe today is Thursday, actually, when I'm recording this. I looked this morning at the poll, 171 votes. And still, it was 80-something% NF. I mean, that's absolutely insane, first and foremost. The fact that we were even that close to 200 votes on a poll for the reaction on a Friday is absolutely insane. But the fact that it's 80% a blowout, like at this point, bro, we just need to go ahead and make NF a constant reaction 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? To every other week with the way that it's going at this pace, man. But we are finally here on the NF journey at Clouds, the mixtape, y'all, which I am so excited for. It's actually the shortest album that we've seen so far. The Fear EP was very short, which is actually the first ever reaction that we've ever done to, you know, NF here on the channel. It was a very short EP, but this album right here is only 42 minutes with 11 songs. Just a quick shout out to The Search, which was a masterpiece of an album. 2019 came out, clearly the best album to come out that year, and what an absolute beautiful piece that was. 20 songs, and the back end of that album is probably the best back end to any album I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm seeing comment after comment, people telling me that when I finish the journey, I'm gonna be the biggest NF fan in the world. I don't know if it's possible though, because clearly that might be all 170 votes, 80% NF. Absolutely insane. But to those who are new here to the channel, man, please understand that we don't just do reactions here, but we also review. In order to review songs, y'all, I have 3 categories I like to use in order to give an overall rating of the song. Starting out, y'all, we have category 1, biblical accuracy. Is in alignment with the word of God. Category 2, worship. How does it glorify the name of Jesus Christ? And category 3, at the end of the day, we all gotta ask ourselves, is this song playlist worthy? After we add those up, divide them by 3, y'all, we get the overall rating of the song. And today we have 11 of these songs by NF on the Clouds mixtape.
Future AB, y'all, if y'all saw what I zoomed in on, you will notice that I accidentally have shuffle on, and I do not catch it for the first 3 or 4 songs. But do not worry, we do listen to majority of the songs. Thank God that it ended up going in a pretty good order. But we do end up getting spoiled just a little bit. But do not worry, do not be concerned. I do end up catching it. And at the end of the day, all that matters is that we reacted to the album. We listened to the mixtape, and that's all that we're here for, baby. In order, out of order, we just here because that's what y'all ordered. Y'all know what I'm saying? That's on me though. I'll make sure it won't happen again. Said that last time, but my bad.
But y'all, we were here with the first song of the day, which is actually Clouds by NF. Shout out to all those who have been here so far on the journey. We are only in the middle area now, I believe. We're only 2 years out of the newest album, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, can we just take one moment to say how much I love that NF ever since money, and just real, as he gained more money, you can see that he's putting it into his art. Don't you love that? I mean, just look at this, the budget that's going into this music video. You gotta love just how much like thought goes into this. Like, he doesn't just do stuff to say, hey, how can we get another paycheck? Like, if he's gonna make a music video, he's gonna make a movie. You know what I'm saying? Which is a shout out to one of his songs actually where he talks about that.
Calmly feel myself evolving, appalling, so much I'm not divulging. Been stalling, I think I hear applauding, they're calling. Mixtapes aren't my thing, but it's been awfully exhausting. Hanging on to songs as long as daunting, which caused me to have to make a call I thought was ballsy, resulting in what you see today. Proceed indulging, as always, the one-trick pony's here, so quit your sulking. Born efficient, got ambition, sort of vicious, yep, that's me.
Can we talk about how this man literally has made a whole song? Like this song, Cloud So Far, in the whole beginning, the whole verse is him talking about how, somebody told me already he was working on, I believe, the Hope EP at this time, but obviously it wasn't ready yet. So he said, I'm gonna go ahead and make this mixtape, which, it sounds like he's saying right now, like, hey, what I'm saying, holding on to music this long, I gotta drop it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I find like he really is an artist, and I'm starting to see that more and more. And I think like this is what, not just rap, but like music and as a totality is lost, is the art behind it. Everybody now is an entertainer, but the art aspect is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really takes passion anymore, but like he's motivated for real. Like he really is passionate about this, and you can see it, and I love that.
Not artistic, unrealistic, chauvinistic, not those things. Go the distance, so prolific, postal cryptic, move swiftly, unsubmissive, the king of mischief, the golden ticket, rare sight to see. I stay committed, embrace the rigid, I'm playful with it, yeah, basically. Too great to mimic, you hate your bitter, no favoritism, that's fine with me. Create the riddles, portrayed uncivil, unsafe a little, oh yes indeed, it's plain and simple, I'm far from brittle, unbreakable, you following? I'm Bruce Willis in a train wreck, I'm like trading in your...
He really is the outcast. Can we talk about that right now? I don't know what the word I'm looking at. Like, he's everywhere.
Hard for a new jack. I'm like having a boss getting upset cause you asked him for less on your paycheck. I'm like doing headstands with a broke neck. I'm like watching your kid take his first steps. I'm like saying Bill Gates couldn't pay rent cause it's too broke. Where am I going with this? Unbelievable. Yes, inconceivable. See myself as fairly reasonable, but at times I can be stubborn, so if I had...
What the heck? What is he doing in this random person's home punching walls with mama? And mama, what you think he gonna do? Mama sitting there with a butter knife, think she gonna do something. What you gonna do, mama? Butter him up? Come on now, that's unbelievable. The fact that she could have grabbed anything. I would have grabbed the fork before I grabbed the butter knife. Mama, you ain't gonna do nothing. I would have been mad. I would have joined his side. I'm like, mama, what you doing? You ain't gonna protect nobody. You ain't protecting yourself. All that being said, if you don't have a snack with you, y'all, today as you're watching this video, I don't know what you're doing, because we are going to be here for a minute. You better get yourself a honey bun or something, some popcorn. We're going to be here for a little while, buddy.
After I will rock the boat. I don't tend to take the easy road. That's just not the way I like to roll. True things probably unfeasible. I've done already a hundredfold. A hundredfold. It's probable that I might press the envelope. Ideas so astronomical. Sometimes I find them comical. Yeah, incomparable. Replay value phenomenal. Beat selection remarkable. Slowing me down impossible. I don't rock no rollies. I don't hang around no phonies. I don't really got no trophies. I don't know why God chose me. Got something in the cup, ain't codeine. Changed my style, they told me. Now they come around like, homie, man, y'all better back up slowly. Back up slowly? Who are you kidding? How could you doubt me? I've always delivered. Ripping the teeth out of the back of my mouth. The closer you get to my wisdom. See, my initial thought was the way, but what can I say? I had to come visit. Check on you guys. You doing alright? You're yearly socked. Yeah, that's what I figured. They cover their heads up whenever I drop. Shake the whole industry, put them in shock. Come out the clouds like a meteor rock, then land on the earth like ready or not. Ain't no one like me to cream me the crop.
I ain't gonna lie though, we gotta talk. This beat is absolutely crazy. I love the in the background. That thing is hidden. I ain't gonna lie, he's flowing on this thing, and the beat is tough as heck. You know what would have made this super cool? Imagine like if he never showed the building and we all just assumed this was gonna end up being the mansion later on.
Don't even front it and give me some props. I'll pick up your body and throw it a block. Okay, I admit it, that's over the top. Not there in the headlight looks. Every time I step my foot on the ground, I get mistook for a lame with no weight to his name. Ground just shook, let's not beat around the bush. Even my B-sides throw him off like how's he do it. Some say I'm a great influence, I don't know about that, but I did do the best I could. Hollywood, Hollywood, hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me good? Hollywood, Hollywood, hope Nate doesn't go Hollywood. You think that you don't know me good? You think that you don't know me? I always advance, say how I fail, you know I stand. Raising the bar, I gotta expand. Top of the charts, I'm setting up camp. Pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars, they fall in my hand. Stick to my guns, I don't even flinch. Can push all you want, ain't moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless. Ain't got a choice, no way to prevent it. Just who I am, and I don't regret it. See what I want, then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it. Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limits. Can it be stopped?
He ain't got what? Hold up now, this might be an intro song right here. Hold up. And first off, all these drivers suck. Can we talk about that? He's walking down the middle of a road, y'all. Hold on. Y'all look at this. Y'all look. I'm gonna mute this just so we can watch this for a second. Look at this.
Expand, top of the charts, I'm setting up camp. Pounding my stakes, I put on my tent. Shoot for the stars, they fall in my hand. Stick to...
Like, what are they doing? Can someone answer that for me? What are they doing? But hold on, he says something here.
My guns, I don't even flinch. Can push all you want, ain't moving an inch. I rarely miss, you know I'm relentless. Ain't got a choice, no way to prevent it. Just who I am and I don't regret it. See what I want, then I go get it. Follow my gut, I'm happy I did it. Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limits.
Beat all the odds, I ain't got no limits. Shout out to NF. He's officially one of us. He just said it right here and there. He didn't know it, but he knew it at the same time. NF is officially a No Limit Gang member. It's nice to meet you, NF. Welcome to the crew. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, I'm going to have to join him too. He's already declared his side. I got to declare my side too. I'm an NF fan. I got to stand with my boy.
Gonna be stopped, you paying attention, I ain't got to say it. They know where my head is, they know where my head is.
This man done stop traffic. That was nice. That was chill. A little bit interesting. I have some feelings about that. Clouds, just like most of the other songs, back-to-back videos, by the way, but just like most of the songs that we have from NF to start out the album, he does a lot of mixtape for this one. It's a lot of description, so he's kind of describing where he's going to, like how he got here, where we're gonna go. It's kind of getting you prepared. Like these songs, he doesn't call them an intro. All these songs that he had, the first song in his albums or his mixtapes, are very much obviously an intro to what you're about to listen to. And the song sticks out and stands out, but the job of this song is more so to be a finger pointer than to be the actual piece. You feel what I'm saying? And I think I've started to realize that. So when I'm grading it, I like to be honest, like with how I feel about it. First off, these beats he chooses are always spectacular. It's very rare you find a beat that NF is using where you're just like, that one didn't really hit me that hard. That one hit. I love that. I love the in the background. I love when he got to the point too where he kind of switches up for a moment. Where he has in songs like that, he always has a moment where he has to let it calm down and quiet down and kind of get back to the beat where it's up and hype again, because he's just gonna run and control it. He does very well with that. But my thing is that song, while it was a pointer finger, doesn't have like a big direct focus like a lot of his other songs. It's one of the songs that are deep, but not in deep like the other ones we talk about. It's just a good listen to. You feel what I'm saying? That's a vibe song. Comes through with some good energy. Personally, though, again, starting out the album for NF, we're coming off the Search album, y'all. We're talking about the greatest album of 2019, man. I ain't never heard a better album in my life. You know what I'm saying? Well, other than some of Josiah Queens and, the Brandon Lakes and Phil Wiggins of the world, you're talking about the great of the greats. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to get that start out song. We're going to start today, y'all, with a rating of a 3.7 out of 5. I think that's a good place to start. We're going to start with a 3.7 because I know for a fact after the Search album that, we got to be careful with these high behind ratings because these songs can and will get really good. You know what I'm saying? But let's start. The album's starting out pretty good so far. I'm excited. I'm ready to see some tie-ins from the last album because if y'all remember, we saw a lot of tie-ins in the beginning dealing with things about medication, dealing with people dealing with depression, those who have come out of it but are still carrying burdens, apparently are healed, changed clothes and everything. There's a lot going on in the last album, so let's kind of see what crossovers we might get. We are now going into Lost with NF and Hopsin. Oh gosh. First time listening to Hopsin in my life, as well as on a song on the channel, by the way. I do know who he is. I've heard of him.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in.
Did you say pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it? First and foremost, that's not good, but that's a bar.
Self-awareness, pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it.
That's also, he said self-awareness. He's self-aware. At least he knows, though, right? Like, it's better to be prideful and know than be prideful and don't know. Is it? I mean, it's still pride, but it's good to think so, right?
Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered, though, when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it.
First and foremost, hold on, we're going to do a little peeping here and watching. Look at this. The burdens are off his back right now. He's talking about when he lets joy in, how he finds that again, like, well, obviously you're gonna be happier, but obviously he has the things that we called burdens last album reaction. Dude, my mind be farting so hard sometimes. But y'all, we were talking about the burdens here that are the balloons. So he has these sitting right here. Look how he picks them up. Isn't that something to peep?
Don't like to let no air in with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered, though, when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish, cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me's a personal canvas. The pain can be flat, I get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadow. But something on that up, I don't wanna be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits spin off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant, I like to own what I value. I can sit here on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like the roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah,
I never consider I like to keep my foot on the pedal. Reminds me of, like, you know, keeping my foot on their neck. Like, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep it down, keep it pushing, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? When you have the, like people talk about with David and Goliath, when you have the giant down, keep him down, cut the head off. You know what I'm saying? That's what David did to Goliath. At the end of the day, cut the head off. When you have it down, take care of it. You know what I'm saying? But there's something I'm noticing here. That beat switch right there, well, not beat switch, but the beat picking up, the beat drop going into that flow change. Nasty. I'm telling you, that is probably my favorite part of NF's game, is his ability to switch the flow in a unique way, in a way that like was not shown before that would even fit this song. He does it all the time. He does it so well, and I think that's probably my favorite thing about his skill and his talent, is that his range of flow is so different, and then his tone. His tone is something that he can tweak depending on every single album, every single song, what it's about, and he does such a good job with it. And I'm ready to see like the more tones that we're gonna get throughout this album.
Not a pack arenas and all, but what I really wanna do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss, and pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws and told me I can never revolve, then pull a bane on them, ask him, oh, you think
Hold up, look at the balloons back here. That must be Hobson. Y'all see that? But I love this scenery. That's beautiful.
You're in charge? You ought to know better. Ain't no way around it. Applaud the traits that I want. They say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it, cause when you fail, just know that it's a test, and if you can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist. It's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. Lost. Wow.
I called it, you know what I'm saying? I knew he was buried under, yeah, y'all know I be peeping stuff, y'all know what I'm saying? I be locked in.
Burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grin. And they all wanna see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts.
I ain't gonna lie. First and foremost, this be my first ever listen to Hobson. Shout out to the way he dropped in. You know what I'm saying? I love that NF so far in the times that he allows somebody on a song. Y'all, we've heard some really bad features in mainstream just music recently. Just people who will hop on songs just to say I'm on a song. You know what I'm saying? He does a great job selecting who he's going to make music with. But Hobson comes in and just matches his energy perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You know, we like to troll Marty on here because on I believe it was a therapy album. You know, that one song, Grinding. I just felt like he didn't match his energy perfectly in the music video. You feel what I'm saying? But Hobson comes about the snow. You know what I'm saying? He carrying his burdens too, and he lays it all right in front of us, same way NF would, with the energy too. You gotta love that.
My shoulder's ready for most drugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having this sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Man, hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity. It's kinda funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it, cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance, so I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list, cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament.
Is Hobson a Christian? Cause this brother's a Christian. We got somebody we got to listen to on this channel. Cause I'm not gonna lie, This might be the first time I've heard somebody else on this channel who does rap that I'm actually interested in listening to outside of a song, because genuinely I like his flow and style. He reminds me a lot of NF in the aspect of just, he's not just rapping. He doesn't just have a good flow, but he's speaking about stuff. Like, listen to this. But first, he talked about the book of James. Now, brother, what you know about the book of James? Hobson? What you said about the book of James? Hobson? Hold up now.
This. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Wow, look at all these other people buried. Wait, hold on. Question. He found Hobson buried under the snow earlier with his burdens hanging up. You see a whole lot of other people out here just buried under. So are these people who were lost and never found their way, and so they just got lost out there and buried underneath the pressure of life? You know what I'm saying? Or am I thinking too deep in this? You feel me? But in that aspect, I think that'd be a really deep thing. Interesting enough, bro, in the midst of all this conversation about being lost, let me finish this thing out. I really didn't, like, in comparison to some of the other songs, this wasn't just so obvious before my face about what he was talking about in terms of being lost. Like, hey, hold up now. I'm talking to Neff. You know how this works, buddy. Come on. We've been friends for a while. I just found out you're a No Limit guy. You watch, you know how we do things over here. But no, on a real note, like, I feel like NF's aspect of being lost wasn't so in my face as usual in terms of how he details, what he's been going through. In a real way, he sounds to be in a much better place than he was in the search. Does this make sense to y'all? Like, he doesn't seem to be carrying as many burdens as he was in the search. But I understand this is also the mixtape, but if you listen to his language, how he's speaking, even how he's walking, you can still tell there's a pressure on his chest, but it doesn't feel like it's as heavy as it used to be. You feel me? Now, Hobson, I don't know much about Hobson. Now, he sounded like he was carrying a little bit of burdens, but he also sounded like he knew where to take it to. You know what I'm saying? I heard you, brother. You brought up the book of James now. Hey, that book will change your life. Trust. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good teaching in the book of James. Actually, if anybody here who is a believer in Christ who is watching this, please get down in the comments. Let me know if y'all like to see me get into a deep dive of the book of James or just any of the books of the Bible. Anything you like to see me read. Obviously, I do a lot of shorts on the channel, reels and TikToks as well. Just talking about different verses in the Bible and just little teachings. We can get breakdowns, Bible studies, any of that stuff. Whatever y'all like to see, I'd love to go and do some of that. But it's absolutely awesome to hear, somebody espouse that in a song. Especially, I love that NF he's the type of guy where you can allow people, he'll have people even as a mainstream artist come in and share their faith. We see MGK do it on the Fear EP. It's an awesome thing. I love that. That's one thing I've really enjoyed about NF so far. I'm going to continue enjoying. I think it's really cool. But that being said, though, I thought it was really interesting. I really like the aspect of Lost. The music video was absolutely beautiful. Love the mountains with the yellow snow behind it. I love the little bit of a storytelling that we see with him picking up his bags that were holding the burdens with the balloons on them. Him going to find Hobson under the snow, who was also lost. I think it's a really deep, a deep story. But also shows you, y'all, just how how we need each other in this life, in this walk, to overcome these challenges. Because again, Hobson was underneath and he was lost until NF came by his past, and now they were both carrying their burdens, but they were carrying them together type vibe. Isn't that something interesting to look at? But that being said, personally, sound wise, I think for me that song's a 4 out of 5. I don't think it sticks out just crazy where it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best song I've ever heard. That's a good song, but like, man, we've heard some. I'm talking about The Search has some songs on there, man, I will listen to for the rest of my life. That song's a 4 out of 5 though. It's a really good song. I would listen to it all the way through. Time after time, I would never turn that off if it came on. I really love Hobson's part a lot. Actually, the first time I think I've heard anybody else on an NF song and thought, okay, they might actually rival how good his verse was. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Hobson, shout out to NF for that. That's a 4 out of 5 for me. But y'all, we're getting now into Just Like You. Let's see what we are just like. I love this picture here, by the way. I think I've seen it before. I never noticed that it was him sitting on top of the cloud. That looks really cool.
Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. It's strange the way the mind can wander, but also stop the gossip and chat with memories that you and me aren't really fond of. Maybe you're out to find love, maybe you lost who you was. Maybe you're just like me and feel the need to stay in your rut. Cause if you left it, you might feel like you're no longer you. It's so impressive the way the mind can play with the truth. It's interesting that nobody can walk in your shoes but still relate and feel the same. So in a way, guess we do.
Okay, so that part right there speaks directly back. I believe y'all, if I'm right, tell me if I'm right. It was perception where we see him with the keys, but I believe it's therapy session where he mentions the part about knowing that he needs to let go of that stuff, the fear and everything, but like he just can't. Like what if I do let go of it? He's just like, I don't know what it would be like without it. He talks about it in Perception, I know, a lot. So it might just be the Perception album, but I know for a fact we see images of that all the way throughout. But the Perception album is where we first time see the keys in his hand, which tells us the story. I mean, he literally is in the midst of his mind dealing with all of this pain, this stress, but he keeps himself stuck in there. There's bars where he talks about in other songs about the pain and about how he's kind of like he's almost like fell in love with it, and it's almost like a trauma bond type thing with him and his pain. And like he talks about like how how the mind can bend the truth. He's like, in reality, this stuff is hurting me and it's not good for me. But his mind has gotten him to the point where now it's like this pain is such a part of him where it's like, this is who I am now. He identifies with the pain. Isn't that a crazy thing? But I love how he's saying, just like you, like it's not you just dealing with it. Like, it's awesome how there's other people in the world dealing with it as well, which kind of goes back to what we were talking about just in the last song about people walking with you in the midst of your pain. Like, though he may be lost, he's not the only one out there. We see all the other bodies laid out there, stuck under the snow with the burden being held in the air. You're not the only one out there. You know what I'm saying?
Ever think about what it would be like if the clouds were gone and you could see light? If the door was open, would you take flight or just close the curtains up and stay inside? Take a walk with me, take a risk with me. I'm scared too, and it gets so tempting when you're so empty to disown everything you hold. Dealing when you know clearly you've been so buried in your own fairy tale. The soul's tearing, but your holes in me. I relate to it, but in case you've been thinking no one does, here's a great theory. Throw a Hail Mary, let your mind fly to the sunrise. Could be so scary, make your faith vary. Feel the pain glaring, but the weight carried ain't in vain. Hear me? Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day. I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you.
And I'd say even above all that, because in this life, bro, it's like, there's millions of people out there just like you, but even in the midst of that, there's a God in heaven who loves you so much that he sent his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish by everlasting life, so that we could have relationship with the Father, even though our ways, our life, the way that we've lived will give us the opportunity to be with him, because we've all come from different struggles and situations. We've all committed different sins and different lifestyles. We've all done all these different things, and so sometimes you may feel like, well, nobody's done what I've done. No one's done it how I've done it. No one's done it to the people I've done it to. I've been a bad person, but Jesus didn't die on the cross saying this person's exempt, this person's exempt. He didn't die on the cross and look and think of your name and say everybody but you. No, he looked and said somebody just like you. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, it's like in the midst of every situation you're in, no matter what you're going through, you have somebody who loves you, cares for you, died for you, and genuinely wants the best for you and desires you to know him in a deeper way, even if you have no desire for him. It's that deep, it's that serious, and there is no situation in life that you're going through, that you'll ever go through, that you could ever go through, where you will ever have to be alone, because there's a God in heaven who's right there for you and is waiting for you to reach your hand out, because his hand is there. It's been extended. Now we just have to take it. And isn't that such a beautiful thing, y'all? I just think that's so beautiful to share. But I love this message because I think we often need this encouragement. We need this relation. And as brothers and sisters in Christ, we got to give that to each other. You know what I'm saying? We ought to be there for each other and be able to say, you may be where you are right now, but like you're not there alone. And I think that's so important to have, because in this life, it can feel so alone when it's just you that you see in your situation,
That isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. So often I feel desperate, I think my heart's infected. How about yours, how about yours, how about yours? I guess it, you feel the best when your life is hectic. You might be destined to stay defective, so join the club, it ain't that hard to get in. It's hard to leave though, look at the guest list. I bet that your name is on it, don't believe me, check it. See, dead ends in life we come to tend to raise some questions. Suggestion, know that your feelings might give wrong directions. Infested, yeah, with the feeling of failure. Let it take over your body, it makes you question the life that you have. Situations you might have enjoyed become nothing but dated.
See what I'm talking about with that flow, how quickly he can switch it up and get into like something new. Like that stuff is what makes NF, and I love that. But like again, pointing back at it again, bro, he literally has another bar in there. It's easy to get inside the club. It's easy to find yourself in pain, depression, hurt, feeling. It's easy to get inside. Getting out of it, that's a different thing.
Check it, see, dead ends in life we come to tend to raise some questions. Suggestion, know that your feelings might give wrong directions. Infested, yeah, with the feeling of failure. Let it take over your body, it makes you question the life that you have. Situations you might have enjoyed become nothing but dated, old and forgotten. But what would you say if I told you that there was some hope we could make it? I know what you're thinking, I'm thinking it too. Could you really improve and be something worth saving? See, I can pretend like I have all the answers, but none of us do. It's the reason we battle, convincing yourself that you don't really matter. It's like feeding a cancer and letting it travel to every part of you. But what if we did the unthinkable and cancel our trips? What's achievable depends on the risk, so pick up your chin and listen to this. Just in case my car goes off the highway, or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day, I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, yeah. Everybody falls sometimes. Just remember that that's alright. It's the rainy days that give us love for the sun, and if it isn't, I guess I'll be fine believing it does. Yeah. Everybody falls sometimes. Just remember that that's alright. It's the lows in life that make you cherish the highs, and if it isn't, I guess I'll be fine believing a lie. Hey! Just in case my car goes off.
I ain't gonna lie, that goes directly into faith in God, literally. It's the low moments that make you realize there's somebody up high. It's the low moments that helps you realize that there is a God in heaven. You know, I think about when in the Bible it talks about how in my weakness he is my strength. And it's like the reminder that it's when I'm at my lowest that I realize that he is high. It's at my lowest that I realize that when I can't do anymore, some way things get done, not because of anything I've done, but because of who he is and because he is that strength in me. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And I'm fine living my entire life for the Lord and finding out it wouldn't be real, you know? And the thing though is I don't have to fear about that because he is. And not because I want him to, but because he is. Isn't that a crazy thing? But that's such a true, I love that bar.
The highway or the plane that I get on decides that it's my last day. I want you to know when you're alone and you feel afraid, you're not the only person in the world that isn't okay. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you. There's millions of us just like you, like you, like you. Just like you, like you.
This is definitely my favorite song so far, and it's not even close. I think he sets the tone with that one heavily. That's an amazing one. Tech Nine is on this song. I know who Tech Nine is. I know he can rap fast now. But no, I gotta give him that. I mean, NF, that's beautiful right there. The storytelling, just the aspect of being able to articulate that in the midst of your pain, whatever you're dealing with in the world, instead of saying there's somebody going through something way worse than you, he reminds you that you're not the only one dealing with something. That's low-key straight up therapy. Like if you're an actual therapist, that's how you speak. You know, because a lot of times like people want to be like, well, it could be worse. We say stuff like that all the time. And while that's so true, it's so true. At the end of the day, we got to remember that that person's still going through something, even though it may not be as bad as somebody else. It doesn't take away from somebody else's pain. It just makes it clear that my pain is different. And just because my pain is different doesn't make it, or it may be a little bit harder, doesn't make yours, you know, just this simple thing that doesn't mean anything. No, it just makes it different. And so I love how he espouses that and explains that. And it really just makes me think about it. Like maybe the approach we need to take with people is just to be in the midst of their situation with them instead of trying to, you know, force people out, sometimes we have to sojourn with them, like take their journey with them in their pain. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like y'all are taking the journey with me through this NF album. You know what I'm saying? And taking the journey with me through the NF albums, really just his whole discography, which I've been loving so far. This is the first song today, genuinely, which I felt even reminded me of the last album that we listened to by NF, because I genuinely felt like, you know, that the Search album is it really is peak. And so from now on, I'm expecting nothing but just top tier content from him. And that song, from production to the chorus, everything goes perfectly together. I love that chorus right there. Just like yo, like yo, like yo. I love how at the end he just completely just goes all the way into it. Like he starts singing, like he brings his pitch up a little bit, but there's still that grit, and that goes into a little bit what we're talking about with NF. His tone, he knows how to control his vocals so well. He's not just this amazing, beautiful singer, but he can sing. You know what I'm saying? He can hit notes when he needs to, and I love that. He does such a great job. He is such a versatile artist, and it's such an interesting thing to hear. And obviously his flow changes are always a beautiful thing to experience. So that being said, this song is a 4.2 out of 5 for me. Absolutely wonderful piece of art right there. Shout out to NF for Just Like You. But we are now getting into NF Tech 9, our second feature of the album, which is really crazy. He had 20 songs in the last album, maybe 1 or 2 features, and those were like background singers. He didn't have another person rapping a verse for him. I think it was really just one. So this is actually really interesting to see here. So let's go ahead and head into Trust by NF and Tech 9. This sounds scary a little bit. This sounds like it's gonna be like a hard, fast rap flow beat.
Focus on it every single day. I wanna figure out a way to get ahead of what I think I know is coming. It's obvious you got a problem if you're always trying to make it seem as if you've never been afraid, then why you running? I can never look at what I do the way that other people can and walk away. I can't be separated from it. Sticking on my neck is how I made it where I'm at. You wanna cut it up, I can, and they can never take it from me. I'm outlandish, take chances, gotta get it while I can with my damage. My sanity could leave it if it vanished. Don't matter to me, I'd still manage. Yeah, guess you could say I'm at an advantage. My vantage point can be quite lavish. Got so many cadences, no way to pick one. Which bag is my hand in? Depends what mood I'm in. Oh no, I'm in a mood again. Lord knows I'm a hooligan, losing it. Who can get gruesome with you if it comes down to it? You can bet I shoot direct, diffuse the threat, and then wonder why the music has a huge effect. Could it be because I've been the go-to when it comes to depth? Cause I'm the one that they be calling when the people get fed up. I want the music with the visuals. I got them in debt for anybody.
The fact that he only got faster. Can we talk about that? That's like Tyreek Hill running down on his 40-yard dash, and he gets to the 20, and he already made it in like 1.7 seconds, and he finds a way to make it to the 30 in like 2.3. Man, that's insanity. Like, that's actually insane. I don't know if y'all realize, like, this man is really already rapping fast as all get out. It's already hard to track his words, and somehow I'm hearing him. That's what I really love. Is like, there's a lot of fast rappers in this world. He is fast, and you can understand him. Like, he's clear. I don't know how they do that, but I mean, this is actually insane. Like, for a moment, I stopped trying to listen. I just listened, like, just to what it sounded like. Might be the hardest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, that's so cool. I love this.
Knows I'm a hooligan, losing it. Who can get gruesome with you if it comes down to it? You can bet I shoot direct, diffuse the threat, and then wonder why the music has a huge effect. Could it be because I've been the go-to when it comes to depth? Cause I'm the one that they be calling when the people get fed up. I want the music with the visuals. I got them in debt for any part of me that wanna make it hard to get set up, but take away the happiness. It can be kind of pathetic, but when I look at everything, it's trying to give me a headache. You gotta be honest, I've really been the cause of it. Get it? Cause I can see a side of me you never see. You can tell when I'm at the breaking point. I finally had to sit with the devil. I went into hell and I asked him what the problem is yelling. He tried to get me to live with him, even call me a sinner, and told me everything about me doesn't feel like a winner. So I continue when he's telling me I might as well give up. I took a moment, thought about it, feeling caught in the middle, but got offended when he told me I would live in the kennel when I could never leave it. Even if I made it to heaven, he found a way to get me back and send a demon to get me. I'm like, whoa, hold up, I don't think so. Skin and bones, me, my ego. How's he look? He don't eat much, let him starve. I don't feed him, I just beat him. I just leave him in his room, in a fetal. Let him cry, let him yell, let him scream. I don't need him. Left off and I'm ticked off.
Okay, so right there, it sounds like, okay, he had a little moment there. He said to basically had a talk with the devil. Now, I think obviously I'm not gonna get into this whole thing. A lot of artists say stuff like that. When I hear from certain artists, I'm quite sure they mean they literally talked with Satan. But when I hear I hear NF say it clearly, and when you listen to the verse, he's talking about an experience or just having a conversation hypothetically with the devil and making it clear that the devil ain't gonna leave him alone. Obviously, we know NF has been dealing with OCD and many different mental just mental battles to this day, truly to this day, and he's really just articulating like, I don't think he'll ever leave me alone. But kind of going back to the verse, he said, you can take my sanity. He said, I'll still find a way to manage. His whole thing is like, no matter what the devil does to me, no matter, I can go to heaven, the devil still won't try and leave me alone. Well, obviously we know that's a little bit of a stretch, because obviously when we do go to heaven, God is gonna leave. We ain't got to worry about nothing, because the devil is going to be bound for good. You know what I'm saying? Again, the devil don't rule hell. He just in it. You feel what I'm saying? He's a hell celebrity. You know what I'm saying? He's Mr. Famous. He walk around there and he's hot stuff and hot stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But he's still hot stuff nonetheless. You feel what I'm saying? But it's all going to be good. But his basic point is just, like, he's just not going to get much rest while he's here. And that is what it is. NF's made it clear, like, I'm going to find a way to manage. I like that, though. I think that's an interesting way to put it. But how he tells stories is so interesting and in depth. And I know someone's probably gonna comment and break that down a little bit more for me, so I hope that you can do that. But that was cool.
Pitfalls I latch onto like a pit dog. I sitcom with a sick thought of a sitcom with a life I live. Life I live's more like a sci-fi flick. I hide in, wanna watch, dive right in. My silence doesn't mean I'm dying, just means I'm careful with the time I spend. So look what I done. Helping them people I love. My life is not what it was. No, I do whatever I must. Count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust. Yeah, count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust.
Nina, next king up. Everyone knowing that I'm a death bringer. That lingua vexing ya, leaving a regular rapper resting, bruh. This is what I give it, such an incredible wicked rush, a vivid gush, a poetical livid stuff to rid its gruff. Said I better go rip it rough and I lit it up. The prestige I got that from people loving the text speed. Lyrically elect me gently. The beat that got you bobbing into your neck bleed. That is telling me let's feed on the bit of the bogus, the hit of a focus. Deliver the doses and give a crit of the dopest. Spit it to flow sick, another critic corrosive. A swig of the roguish and give you liver cirrhosis. Boogie monster, rep it with an F and a hoodie want to step into the session and fully conquer the weapon to lessen our profession, go bully bonkers. Left in the wreck, never checking, no could he stomp us? Take his crown. Thought he was gonna make us run away in a battle with his sickest frown. Shake his ground. Like I'm the Mecha Godzilla, I'm such a killer when I break it down.
I don't know what the heck he just said, but that flow is so hard. I can't tell you a single word, but liver cirrhosis. I literally heard liver cirrhosis, which again, it really is cirrhosis of the liver. But still, I heard liver cirrhosis. That was hard though, because he found a way to say liver cirrhosis. He said liver cirrhosis. Man, what the word sounded like he was over here putting Harry Potter spells. He was talking some liver cirrhosis, osmosis, Jonesis. You know what I'm saying? He was over here spitting. I'm like, goodness, man, slow it down. Actually, don't. Speed up. It's looking kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what he said, but it was hard though.
Run away in the battle with his sickest frown. Shake his ground. Like I'm the Mecha Godzilla, I'm such a killer when I break it down. These flows are the cheat code for the weak Joes. They need those elite bros with the heat so they can eat on the D-low off a beast. Your ego got it vetoed. Please close your beak foes, delete scrolls. Take it from me, thief chose to try to decode. Reload the beat so I can reach each soul. No cease, no finito, release. Go! I am the chosen and everyone is beholding. My energy is golden cause the million is being broken from enemies in the open approaching. I'm never joking, the remedy being spoken. I'm hoping that you're soaking it up. I'm in the motion, I'm doping, I'm never choking. My devotion to floating like an ocean. The Holy Ghost and I'm scoping the evil poke. I'm provoking the wicked notion of croaking. I'm really floating and quoting that I'm closing it up. Talking behind my back, end up with 9.
I heard the Holy Ghost. I'm telling you, I may not be able to stand a sentence. I can understand a word. I catch one every single verse. Can't tell you a single sentence I just heard. I don't know nothing he just said. It sounds hard though. I gotta give him that. I want to be hype and excited, but I don't understand nothing.
My devotion to floating like an ocean, the Holy Ghost and I'm scoping the evil poke. I'm provoking the wicked notion of croaking. I'm really floating and quoting that I'm closing it up. Talking behind my back, end up with 9 that see me and say, kinda whack, you could not find a knock, hit you with a rhyme attack, really and spray. I'ma beat you cause I'm greedy and slay. If you creepy and cray, I'ma eat you like PB&J, kiwi and grapes. I'ma demolish them when the TB and play. I started recording in my number 3 Jordans, dungaree sporting. The tongue of me is gonna be scorching. The punishing hunter eat like a hungry orphan. T9 and NF are elephants in the room without a closet for skeletons. Quit embellishing. A demon from hell is and yell it when down in your element.
Look what I done. Helping them people I love. My life is not what it was. No, I do whatever I must. Count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust. Yeah, count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust. Look what I done. Helping them people I love. My life is not what it was. I'll do whatever I must. Count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust. Count on one hand who I trust.
What y'all know about John Cena? Kinda want him who I trust. Kinda want him who I trust. Kinda want him who I trust. And trust me when I tell you, I can't tell you nothing Tech 9 said except for liver cirrhosis, Holy Ghostes, and osmosis Joneses. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing. That joke was hard though. You know what I'm saying? Now NF, I heard you NF. Don't worry, brother. I heard you. You was spitting that real, brother. I do love that. I love the aspect. For some reason, I didn't catch till the end. Count on one hand who I trust in the chorus. I was actually gonna say I don't know where trust comes in with that song, but I did hear it. I caught it later on. I love how NF kind of articulates the whole aspect of his overcoming is a good word, because he's a very passionate guy. He's very like genuine in all he does, and he's real. But he's very clear like about how in this journey he's really wanted to get where he is. Success to him was never fame. It was just being the artist that gets recognized for what he has done. Like the fame wasn't about it. He didn't want to be recognized as being Nate. He wanted to be recognized for the skill that Nate had, the art itself. You feel what I'm saying? And so you can hear the work that he puts into it, and just, you know, how it's all come out and turned out to be. And obviously now he's successful. He's reached it. You feel what I'm saying? And with success comes a reality of what do people want from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and on top of that, just dealing with life itself. Life comes with what do people want from you at all stages. You could have nothing and people still gonna want something. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole kind of one hand who I trust, you know what I'm saying? Like I hear that, I feel that. And Tech 9, I did kind of hear he kind of touched on that too for a little bit. Then he got back into the liver cirrhosis stuff and just lost me. You feel what I'm saying? But the sound of that song I thought was really good. This album is a very different one in terms of how just if you even hear my tone, how I'm speaking, if you've watched the other reactions, you're gonna tell this album reaction is a very different one. This feels a lot more disconnected from the main storyline while still being connected compared to the other ones. I'm enjoying it. Honestly, this album sounds more like a feel-good album to me. It sounds like here's some songs I have that I like, but they don't fit my main storyline for an entire album like the other ones. But here's some songs that still have really good beats and some really good bars and you can listen to in your free time. That's what I'm getting out of this. This one's a little bit less, best way to say it, like movie style cinematic. It's almost like if we were watching Kung Fu Panda and they made Kung Fu Panda 3 instead of it being, you know, the amazing movie it was. They kind of made Kung Fu Panda 3, they made it 4 and 5, and Kung Fu Panda 3 was basically just like a story about him being the dragon warrior running through, you know, the city without really doing anything important to the main storyline. But he still is the dragon warrior. He's still living his life and doing tasks, but, you know, he's not saving the panda village and stuff like he is in Kung Fu Panda 3. Crazy example, Kung Fu Panda is my favorite movie series of all time, like technically, but we're not gonna get into that. You feel what I'm saying? That being said though, I still absolutely liked it. I love the sound of it. I love the vibe. I can count on one hand my grade, and I'm gonna have to give it a 3.9 out of 5. I was gonna give it a 4. I really wanted to give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 3.9 out of 5. I like it. It was cool. I don't know, overall though, I feel like, you know, it's just a cool vibe. Like, there's nothing too special about it, which I hate to say because I really did. I think it was still good. But, you know, NF has so much good music. I'm telling you, the Search album, y'all, spoiled me. I expect so much out of NF right now, and I'm just waiting for that one song that's going to grab me and never let me go. You feel what I'm saying? With all that being said, y'all, we are now getting into That's a Joke, which is probably what many of you are saying to the grades I've been giving right now. But let's go ahead and get into That's a Joke today here on the Clouds Mixtape. I'm already liking this beat. Sounds very cinematic in my ears.
I'm not on your radar, then your radar's broke. Don't blame me for the way y'all's jokes fall flat, get your mouth slapped. Ain't no hoax, I get an inkling, they pick me for the weak link, I'm gonna have to pose a question for the ones that don't accept that I've been exceptional. Cause the moment I get involved is the moment a song takes off. So how could you think I wouldn't last long in a game that I was made to play? What do y'all take me for? Rest assured, when I do come back to tour, it'll be Christmas morn. They ain't gonna wait cause I'ma wake up at a present so big they'll jump for joy. Yeah, let it be known, I'm better when I'm out of control. I can't be the butt of a joke, I'm cutting in the front of you posters, talking like you really a pro, when you ain't even part of the convo. Nothing but an amateur, I'll slow down when I wanna collide. So only way to put it if I chose I could be bigger, maybe consider it a bit if it was still when you walk. Full comprehend, you kinda saying you gone. Incompetent to consequences, hard to miss is common sense. I'm on. Once I'll wrap your head around it, or I might have to get right up off the porch. Show you how it's done, I got the form. Power tripping on me, get destroyed. Pull the plug, I'm rolling up the cord. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, hold up, rewind, that's not even possible. Me, I keep it honorable. Who's your favorite? Let me know. Tally up, count the votes. Wasn't me, that's a joke. Yeah, hey, that's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke. Took a minute, now I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I wanna quit it, be a bitter one to swallow. Cause I meant it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when your odds are at the bottom. And it's stacking up against you, it's a pity. But they gotta give it out of me. I'm running with the best, I've been kind of make a profit off of everything you told me was impossible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm someone incredible? Look.
I made a profit off of everything you said wasn't probable. Speaking fast as heck, but I heard that. And that goes back always to the beginning. Now, I was really quiet there for the whole beginning. I was really just trying to listen and feel the vibe out, trying to get the vibe of this song. This beat's a little different. It's a little wonky. You know what I'm saying? It's nice sounding. It's a little wonky though. Like it doesn't have the super hype emotion, but it's also not just a super chill song. It's a little wonky in that way. It's kind of cool. But it fits the vibe of That's a Joke. It really, and that's what you gotta love. Like every song NF does, the beat matches the storyline, and it's almost like the music videos aren't just movies. The song itself is the, you know, if the music video is a movie, the song itself is the script. And obviously you can say for everything, but he genuinely means that. Like he really takes time to make this art, and like I be listening to this, and like it all goes together so perfectly. It's actually kind of scary. He really is such an artist. I love that about him, genuinely. But I'm listening to this, and the beginning he brings up the first verse I heard that I really liked was a part where he basically said, "If I'm not on your radar is broke." Basically just clarifying the fact that like if you're counting me out, he talks about that too. If you're counting me out, I don't know what you counting. Because, like, I'm in that category. I'm in that conversation. I've really worked my butt off. I've done what it takes to get here. You know what I'm saying? That's a joke if you don't got me here. So that last verse we just heard before I paused reminded me so much of that. And as I'm listening to this song, like, I'm starting to hear it more and more. But, like, he really is such an artist, and I'm really hearing it. This song doesn't sound just the best or the coolest, but it's art. And I think that's what I can appreciate about NF. It's all art.
We'll hit him with the end of a shovel, they wanna forget it. I put him on the ground and I get up and open the pit of my stomach to remind him again. I'm a hold up an animal, whatever the case, I'ma get it. I'm in it, doubt I will give it everything, I forgot it. But not if the comments are pushing me to run with the comment and joking aside. If you took it with it, don't mean somebody should notice that I am insane. Improved a lot, but I still feel it's hard to keep my lid from popping off, but I prevail. How you gonna skip over the details and tell me to be focused? Hold that thought, don't tell me you mean well if you don't mean well. I call the shots, but don't need my handheld. When it comes to making records, who you know does?
I call the shots, but don't need my handheld. Is that what he said?
You mean well if you don't mean well. I call the shots, but don't need my handheld. When it so making records, who you know does that better? The way I connect letters, you think that the alphabet was made by me. When it comes to storytelling, I'm great at it. Tune in and get tuned out. My face got redder cause I'm embarrassed for the ones unaware of my work. Where did I stutter? Known to be cordial, but those that think that never seen me in a war zone. My delivery gets better every time I spit. I don't keep my sword low. Tell me why would I do that? Does it make sense when you're in the game this cutthroat? If you want to maintain control.
I wear pride like my coat. When he mentioned earlier, I wear pride like my coat. And while again, I ain't advocating for pride, because the last thing I want to, I'm all for humility. You feel what I'm saying? The way he talks about his own talent and skill, just so unapologetically for those who are unaware, is low-key Fido. I can't even lie to you, twin. I can't even cap on it. I gotta be real.
Gotta keep up if you can't handle the workload somebody else. Well, how could you call me unskilled? That's like looking at Mount Everest and then calling it a small hill. Not at all thrilled, I'm in awe. Still trying not to laugh, but it just spills out. Sometimes I've been writing chill, just chew on this till the record's built. Okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, hold up, rewind, that's not even possible. Me, I keep it honorable. Who's your favorite? Let me know. Tally up, count the votes. Wasn't me, that's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke.
See, if I was a baseball player, this would be my walkout song. Because I'd be like, you don't think I'm about to hit a home run? That's a joke. You know what I'm saying? And for football, that's going to be my warm-up song. Because you don't think I'm going for a touchdown or 2. That's a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking that. I like that little laugh now at the end. It makes a lot more sense. I know I heard it at the beginning. Oh, why are we back at clouds, man? How we get back at clouds? Who turned this on? I'm gonna ask y'all one time. I literally left earlier, y'all. We looked at this. Who turned this on? Oh, I did. I've had it on this entire time, you said. That's why things have been out of order, you said. You're telling me we've been out of order this entire time. You're telling me we've been out of order. So, y'all, we've listened to Clouds. 1. Listen to That's a Joke. 2. Listen to Just Like You. 3. We've listened to Lost. 4. We've listened to Trust. 5. So we've heard 5 of these songs so far. We still have Story, Prideful, Layers, Drifting, and Paid My Dues. But y'all are telling me we've done all these songs, and ain't not one of y'all told me was listened to out of order. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Because y'all gonna get on me in the comments again, Alex, how you do it? How you get out of it? Because y'all don't be telling me, man. And should I be taking the blame 100%? But I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you because I ain't trying to take the blame right now. So, you know what? Don't even get on me. We going to get right back in order right now. We going to start from here. We going to start that Story because we've literally listened to all these already somehow, some way. We going to listen to Story and we going to head right back down. We just going to skip over Lost and we going to finish it on out. That's crazy though, man. How y'all ain't going to tell me? Y'all got me looking silly now. See, I'm over here. Y'all probably like, wait. How we? It's gonna be so funny. I'm gonna be there for the premiere this time. I promise y'all. It's gonna be so funny. People are gonna watch. We're gonna watch Clouds, and everybody's gonna lose their mind when the next thing we watch is Lost. They're gonna be so confused, and I'm just gonna be sitting here laughing because I literally had no idea. And when y'all get to this point, y'all gonna realize that it took me this long to realize it's the funniest thing in the world. That being said, to move on from my embarrassment, let's get into Story, which has a music video. Oh, do let me give a grade. It was almost so crazy what just happened that I didn't even give a grade. That's a Joke was cool. It was cool. I just didn't like the beat too much. Really, I like the story. I like everything that was being said. I actually think in terms of the songs that we've heard so far, I like the message of that more than most of them because, like, for me, I feel like in my life, I've been counted out and doubted a lot. And not that I need recognition from anybody, but I just think it's funny. I mean, like, I didn't realize people had so much priority to not care for, like, people just ignore what's before their face type vibe. That being said, I'm going to give that a 3.8 out of 5 out of respect for that. Sound-wise, it really was my favorite. But in terms of the message, I resonate with that. Like, that sits with me heavy. I mean, even doing YouTube now, y'all don't understand. I've been doing YouTube now for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Really, a year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Started back in my freshman year of college. I'm now a junior in college. You know what I'm saying? We've been on YouTube for a little while, and we're sitting at 14,700 subscribers. Shout out to all y'all who have been here and are here now. You know what I'm saying? But we've been doing this for a while, man. That did not come fast. It did not come easy. You know what I'm saying? And we went from doing what we used to do on this channel. I don't even remember, it's been so long. We used to do darn vlogs and do some awesome, we used to do, like, share and spread the word all the way throughout the vlog. It was a fantastic time. Really do love it and enjoy it. It's an absolutely amazing thing. But hey, if you haven't taken any time to go check out the vlog content, please go do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't just say that to say that or to say run on the views. I really do think that was my most fun time of content. It was really a grind and a hustle. Did a whole lot of it. So I would love for y'all to go and see some of that special content. But I love doing this now, the reaction videos. I love this. It's been so fun. Really, ever since the NF reaction started, the channel has really been taking off with the reaction content. So I really do appreciate y'all for being here and pushing me to do this journey. It's been a blessing unto me, and I'm sure it's been a blessing to y'all, and I really enjoyed it. I am a little upset that I did not watch this in perfect order because I do love when we can see how the artist aligns things in perfect order. But at the end of the day, you know, we're not too deep into it where we're looking at this at the end and saying, oh my gosh, so thank God for that. But let's go ahead now, y'all, and watch Story, which does have a music video by NF.
Woke up in a bad place, should probably get up so I'm not late. Stared at my phone for the past 8 minutes at nothing, my head aches. Bottles empty by the lampshade. I'm out of Excedrin again, great. Too early to tell, but at this rate, I'm thinking this might be a bad day. I walk out the bedroom, my roommates asleep on the couch with their two-faced boyfriend who lives here but don't pay a penny for rent, but he still stays. She says he's broke, I'm like, no way. Probably sells drugs, but she won't say. Told me he dabbles in real estate. I mean, I don't believe it, but okay. Pull out the driveway, notice my gas tank's on E again. Well, of course it is. Guess I probably should stop at the gas station, so I take a right, pull up to the pump. While it's pumping, I look at my ashtray. Then remember, I need to get cigarettes. Anything that help my mind state. So I park and walk inside. Wait, I should probably get something to drink and eat, I guess. So I finally grab a couple bags of chips. Where's the candy aisle? Oh yeah, here it is. Which one should I get? Should I grab the Starburst or change it up and maybe grab the Twix? Grab the Starburst and I started walking. As I passed the garbage and I reach the fridge, I hear someone yelling at the front of the store. Probably just a homeless guy getting bored. Probably just a customer whose car didn't work and now he wants to start a war. Man, I can't afford to keep buying energy drinks every day. I shut the door, then turn around, and as I'm heading towards the counter with my drink, I hear, hey, open up the drawer! Crouching on the floor, peek around the aisle, gun is on the floor, head of the man that's behind the counter. Now my heart.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, he talks about his storytelling in the other song we literally just listened to. What in the world? This I literally have nothing to say right now because this is literally just like, I could literally sit here and just watch this stuff for fun. Like, this literally is a story, and I'm wondering if he's coming up with the top of his head, if he heard this from somebody else or this somebody he knows. This is a heck of a story, very random.
Heart is pounding and I'm praying to the Lord. I don't die today, I can't die today. I got things to do, trying not to shake. Plotting my escape, where's my cell phone at? Left it in my car, icing on the cake. I start crawling, I can hear him yelling. I want every penny, I want every dime. Yeah. Once you finish with the cash, open up the bag, throw some cigarettes inside. Yeah. Which ones do you want? Which ones do you want? I'm not picky, give me any kind. Give me all of them, yeah, just toss them in. Keep it moving, no, I'm running low on timing. I'd advise you to move a little quicker. Trust me, I don't wanna have to pull the trigger. I've done it before, it's not a pretty picture. What, you don't believe me? I'm just playing with you. Well, no I'm not. Just do what I say, cause if you even think of trying to pull a fast one on me, promise you'll be sorry. Oh, my driver's calling, I can't miss my pickup. That's when I did something stupid and my jacket knocked over a can of soup and then it got quiet. Did he hear me moving? Shh, hold my breath, he must have heard me do it.
You see this baby mad now. Nah, I'm mad. Look, no, I'm gonna tell you, I love this. I'm really enjoying this concept. Why you had to make her incompetent? Why she couldn't just sit there and chill? The man was just robbing the store. He wasn't finna come back and say, hold up, before I leave, I need a bag of soup. The man was about to just get his cash and leave. Why your buddy just sit back there, stop being nosy, try and find a way to run out? There's only one door. I ain't know where you was going. He's standing right by it with a pistol. I ain't going nowhere near him. And if he would have walked back there, you know what I'm doing? I'm running my butt down the aisle, outside the door, hitting my car. Forget the gas. I'm gone. I don't need gas no more. I need my life. I need my breath. Now you over here knocking down cans. And first off, if he's here to rob the store, why he worry about a can? Finish up with the can. Nah, I'm mad, NF.
I'm assuming the noise must have made him turn his head enough to let the guy that was at gunpoint grab his own gun. Now they both got weapons. Maybe I should help him sneak up, slow and deck him. Time to go, time to go, time to go. It's gonna be a bloody miracle. Now I never got if I had any blessings coming in my future. Could you send him to my present? Peek around the edge and I start running at him. He don't see me coming. Does he step in closer? Grab his neck and hold him, squeezing on his throat. I'm trying to choke him, then his elbow hits my nose and think he broke it, I think he broke it. My blood is leaking all over my clothes. I tried.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold up. Now I'm mad at the guy with the gun. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm a firm believer in life, man. I gotta be real. As a believer in Christ, I can't say what I would do in this situation. As a believer in Christ, I can't say that I probably shouldn't do what I think I would do in this situation. If I had that revolver, I would have been a problem solver that day. Just letting that be clear right now. I'm gonna just let y'all think whatever you think that means. It is.
Not to let go, but my hands begin to slip and bullets start to fly. Can't see out my eyes. Cash is still alive. I can tell I'm trying to crawl away. Here comes another guy. He runs inside like, where's the money? Did you get the money? Where's the bag you brought? I don't know, I think it's still behind the counter. Probably by the cashier I just shot. Who's this on the floor? Who's this on the floor? I don't know. Well, did they call the cops? He runs up to me, then he grabs my shoulder as he flips me over. Then my jaw drops, cause I thought his voice sounded real familiar. He's got a mask on, but the shirt he's wearing is the same one he had on this morning. Staring in my eyes, I know he knows, I know, embarrassed. He stands above me and says, sorry, Aaron, but I don't have a choice. He holds the barrel up to my head, I scream, you can't be serious. He shakes his head and says, I'm sorry, then the gun.
All she had to do was just sit back there. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the guy with the revolver who got up. First off, how you get shot in the chest by the guy with the pistol, and now you standing up back here? I see your little bald head peeking up back here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm enjoying this story right here. It's the first time I could actually follow every single lyric and not have to think so in depth because it's all in front of me. But like, why her butt ain't just sit back there and just mind her business? All this stuff would have been fine. Now the girl back home got no boyfriend no more. And why her boyfriend an idiot? Now I'm mad. What is this, anime? Oh my gosh. This is like an anime. Oh, he got shot on the right side. If y'all don't know, your heart's right here. Not here, y'all. That's such an over-exaggeration. Your heart's like right here. All this being said, though, all this girl did is come for some candy. Next thing we know, we got a shootout. He shot in the chest. He did. She over here with a bloody nose. She ain't faced no consequences. It's her fault, too. I ain't trying to victim blame, but all you had to do was sit your butt back there. Ain't nobody get shot. Come on, old man. You got it. He over her. If she's still on the floor, I'll be mad.
Cashier yells to ask if I'm.
Girl, he is shot in the chest. He stood back up and shot the other two guys. Proceeds to walk over and ask if you're okay, and your butt's still crawling. I'm mad now.
I'm okay. He's dialing 911. I run over to him, grab his phone, and try to help him up.
911, what's your emergency?
There's been a robbery. The cashier was shot. He needs an ambulance.
4823.
He looks kind of pale. I think he might have lost a lot of blood.
Okay, help is on the way.
You
Has
think?
anybody else been injured?
Yeah, the robbers, there were two of them.
Can you tell me their condition? Are they still alive?
Well, I'm not really sure, but they don't look so good. I'm pretty sure they're dead. Yeah, I think they're dead.
All right.
That's so sad,
Rap,
actually, though.
everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right.
I gotta tell you though, that's some top tier storytelling. I loved that. Can we get another one of these in here? Can we actually, does he do this often, or is this like a one-time thing? I need another one of those. Like, that actually was so fun. Like, I actually loved that. I know I sat here and trolled a lot. I actually really enjoyed that. I think that was fun because obviously I would never listen to that in my free time. It's not that type of song, but I could go back and watch that for entertainment. Like, that's actually an amazing storytelling. What a great, and it's one of those things, bro, like, bro, music is such a wonderful thing where it's so diverse, and this just showed off his versatility even more. It's almost like he just gave himself a challenge to write a story. Like, that's real deal storytelling right there, and he did that in song. That was absolutely awesome. I loved that. I had so much fun watching that. I'm gonna go ahead and, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna rate this one differently, y'all, because that's a story. That's a 4.9 out of 5, and not in the same way that we rate songs. We're gonna call this like that's a movie. That's a 4.9 out of 5. I'm not explaining it. I love the storytelling of it. I just think it's a really good piece of art. Does it have much meaning to it? Not really. It's just him putting together a piece of art. But overall, I think it's beautiful. I think it was a very fun watch and a good listen. I mean, I don't know. It didn't speak to the story or the journey that we're on as much. It's just a really good vibe. You feel what I'm saying? That being said, let's move on to Prideful now. That was a good little mid-section. It's a midway stop through the album. I really loved that. I actually have a smile on my. I really enjoyed that. But let's get into Prideful. That was so interesting, bro. I'm still mad she knocked over that Campbell soup, though. She could've just sat back there and mind her dang business. Man. About to get mad all over again. I want to hop on this song. I like this beat.
Yeah, it's like I work my hardest when I'm at my lowest. Even unhappy people can have happy moments. Even small circles fall when the people you chose are looking at you like you own that money you're grossing. Brief seconds had impacted my life on a huge scale. Way I'm like what's wrong and what's right. Predictions I predicted often arrive like they own the place and suffocate the areas that I thrive. Had some disagreements.
Predictions I often what? I can't remember the way. Predictions I often basically think often arrive. Predictions often arrive basically like they own the place. Interesting. Kind of like he was talking about, like, as the fame comes, just kind of realizing what possibly would happen with that, or just with what's gonna, or just maybe he's overthinking, and they often what he overthinks about does end up happening. That's an interesting thought. I didn't remember exactly how he said that, but I thought that was interesting.
Looking at you like you own that money you're grossing. Brief seconds had impacted my life on a huge scale. Way I'm like what's wrong and what's right. Predictions I predicted often arrive like they own the place and suffocate the areas that I thrive. Had some disagreements. Business model got some cracks, that's your biggest weakness. Way before I got involved, you knew that ship was sinking. So telling me to dive in water you won't dip your feet in tends to make me question you for lots of reasons.
Oh my gosh. Telling me to dive in water you won't dip your feet and got me questioning. That's, dude, hold up. First off, isn't that so real when somebody will ask you to go out your way to do something for them they ain't willing to do for themselves? Or just go try something. Like, stuff like that, like, it's so interesting. That goes back to, I got the people I can trust. I can count them on my hand. You know what I'm saying? I love that, though. That's so interesting. This song is probably going to be my favorite one so far on the entire album. Probably by the end as well. This is a vibe that I love. I love these. When I talk about what vibe Alex loves in rap music, this is it. I can listen to this at any time. Happy, sad, mad, whatever. Because like this beat is just like, it goes with every single emotion. And his flow, his tone, everything is so versatile.
Keep twisting my words, you got some courage, I applaud you. Tables they turn, but was it worth what it cost you? Watch and observe, lot of concerns in my heart still. Angry and hurt, got what you earned, being prideful. 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 Taking what you needed, blame it on me, man, that's all. Prideful.
There you go.
Hey. Prideful. Calling me conceited, oh that's how you see it, well that's all. That's all. Shameful. Guess that's what I get for being faithful. Oh, you think I'm soulless cause the bank's full? Yeah. Oh, you think I'm heartless cause I'm made dough? Yeah, that's all. Painful. Didn't know what you was doing on the down low. Yeah, still you out here acting like it's my fault. Yeah, I ain't never said I was an angel. No, I know myself enough to know what I need. Showed you true colors, I don't like what I see. Story keeps changing, I know what that means. Know what that means, I know what that means. How'd you go from being that somebody I believed into being someone doubting me behind the scenes? Can't forgive or sorry that I ain't never received. I mean, least you could've done was gave me an apology.
Can't forgive a sorry that I ain't never received. Ain't that a truth? I think about it all the time. Obviously, like when in the Bible we are taught forgiveness. Now, forgiveness for sins is one thing because obviously Jesus Christ, like we are offered forgiveness in Christ Jesus through our sorrow, through being sorry and repentant. You know what I'm saying? Giving ourselves just to the Lord and turning our backs on whatever it is that turned our backs on him for. And number one, that's first off turning our face to the Lord and turning our back on the world. Giving our lives to him and our faith to him on the cross. But I think about that often, like when the Bible teaches forgiveness in our lives, there's forgiving people in our hearts, and then there's forgiving people in terms of, when they ask for it. And we have to first forgive people in our hearts because that frees us. And it also frees them as well, from restraints that, because Christ Jesus forgave us. But, some people ain't asking for forgiveness. And so, just because, we're taught forgiveness don't mean we give access to people who haven't, repented or asked for forgiveness for what they did in the first place. You know what I'm saying? I think about that often, how we have to be careful, but also intentional with that. Understanding that forgiveness doesn't always mean access, because it's easy to say, I forgive you. But if they ain't say sorry, man, they still the same person they just was. Same things that they did to hurt you then are the same things they probably feel and will do now.
You're so prideful. Yeah. Prideful. Taking what you needed, blame it on me, man, that's all. Prideful. Hey. Prideful. Calling me conceited, oh that's how you see it, well that's all.
Nice smooth vibe this was. I like this. I like the angle he came at this song with. It was interesting. When I saw the title, I was kind of wondering, was he going to be talking about himself or somebody else? This is interesting. He did a good job with that. You see, y'all, like what I really like about that song, Prideful, is the aspect that it kind of reminds me of the verse in the Bible that speaks about pulling the log out of your own eye. And not like, because NF made it clear, like he's not trying to claim to be this perfect person. He knows he has his faults and stuff. So he's not mad at you that you pointing a finger. He's not saying you wrong, but he's like, why are you sitting there talking on me and trying to act like you ain't got nothing that stink? Why you trying to sit here and act like I'm the only one who need to take a shower and you walk around and smell like a whole thing of, a stank butt? You know what I'm saying? You walk around, stink is all get out like a stank bug. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all smell like y'all coming out of somewhere y'all ain't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Just smelling and stinking. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all smell like y'all just got done working a 9 to 5, riding around picking up trash in the morning. Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying, it ain't right. But you trying to sit here and tell me to go take my shower. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting from him. And I'm just like, that is the epitome of pride, that whole thing aspect of like, it's real easy to point a finger when you ain't looking in the mirror. Like my thing is like, I feel like it's one thing if you can be a critic of yourself and also be able to be real about other people. You have to be consistent, because realize there's people who are super hard on themselves but give everybody else the most grace in the world, and it's like, where's the grace for you? But then there's people who give themselves all the grace in the world, and they done took all the grace Jesus Christ done displayed on the cross, and they ain't no more for nobody else on the earth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's got to be measured out equally the same way Christ measured it out to me and you. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's so prideful. I think he displays that very well. I love that song right there, actually. That is my favorite song so far, no lie. I'm going to put that on my playlist, actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with that. I'm going to give that y'all a 4.4 out of 5. I absolutely love that. That's so prideful. I love that. I think that really hits. It's a really good vibe. I believe one of the songs we already listened to, which I hate that we already did, is right there. We were going to skip by that. We have 3 more songs left so far. But this mixtape has been really different. If I was to describe it in one word, I'd say unique. Because it's not like the other albums. It doesn't follow the direct storyline perfectly, but again, I believe it tells us where he is now. Again, I think hope comes after this one, and it makes sense because if you just really remember, I feel like the darkest, deepest he ever sounded to me was the Perception album. I thought he sounded really hurt and broken there. The Search, he showed a lot of insecurity and brokenness, but I think we also saw a lot of growth in how he seemed to be hyper aware. Beforehand, Lost would have been the word I would have described him. After that, I would say that he found, like, he was not unaware of where he was just making the decision to remain. That's what it seemed like. And so now it seems like, also on the Search, though, it showed that he was decided not to remain, even though he's just having a struggle of letting go, but he was trying to move forward. And now you're kind of hearing that same aspect here, but also like this album, or this mixtape clearly is just a little bit more some songs that he really likes, and I think that's really cool. Shout out to Prideful. That's a 4.4 out of 5. Let's get now, y'all, into Layers. Let's peel back the layers, shall we? Haha. I'm never do that again. I apologize. Forgive me.
Yeah. I got layers to me. I got plans, I got goals, I got tricks on my sleeve. I got calls, I got deals, I got people to meet. I got drive, I got soul, I got everything. I got scars, I got heart, I got family to feed. I got people mad, I ain't who they want me to be. I got people I don't know telling me what I need. Yeah, I got loved ones saying that they praying for me. I'm thankful for the prayers, I need more of those. Put my hands together by my head and thank the Lord for everything he's done. Yeah, ain't none of us immortal. So while I'm still alive, I got so much to look forward to. Addicted to.
Again, so let me go ahead and give him credit for that, because every time I don't mention, anytime he says something about God, people be like, you missed this. I didn't miss it. I just be listening and I wait till there's something I specifically want to dissect. Trust me, I hear everything. But shout out to NF. The Lord has been mentioned a multitude of times here. And I will say what's interesting about that is I just outlined to y'all how it sounds like he's getting a little bit more free and he seems to be dropping those burdens a bit. You hear how as the burdens drop, he talked earlier about how he lets joy in, into that coat when he lets them in through the holes, and how they improve his life. You kind of see like the more he seems to mention God, in his songs, the happier he seems to be. The more he seems to be free. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a really interesting dynamic to pay attention to.
Crab. Got no time to chat. Just a little something to hold him over for his neck. Even when I gas, I get it correct. Question my work ethic, that's a question you don't ask.
I ain't asking nothing.
Don't ever question if I hustle, work a double. Drop a bomb on me, I climb right out the rubble. Not a struggle, tossing me under the bus, so get you muzzled. Pop your bubble, pop. Throw your compliments right out the window. So unique with this, I could flip the script and change the schedule. You still think that it happened how it should've. Keep it subtle, bunch of geniuses. Put their heads together, try to huddle up, but still they sit confused about how I learned to juggle. Ay, toss around some concepts till I pick one.
Oh my gosh, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was tough as all get out. I ain't gonna lie. That didn't even make sense to be on this song. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not that it didn't make it hard. That, I don't know. Bro, if this is Tommy Prophet, kill it, player. Kill it. But whoever this is on this beat, I don't know what told you to do that. I don't know what made you think that was okay, but do it again. I like that. I gotta hear that again. That was so random.
Bunch of geniuses, put their heads together, try to huddle up, but still they sit confused about how I learned to juggle. Ay, toss around some concepts till I pick one.
Oh my
Usually
gosh.
I don't alter my traditions. Foreign to me, hit 'em with the switch up. I just had to get this out my system. Been a handful, even with a mouth full of hand soap. I still say what I want to, getting past no better chance beating Usain Bolt in my sandals. To be candid, that's like putting minivans in NASCAR with a grandma in the driver's seat with her hands up. Show goes on even after the show's over. To get past me, you would have to kill me.
Oh my gosh. That might be a top 5 NF moment ever heard on this in this journey so far. That was absolutely insanity. I mean, like, dude, that's actually, I've never heard anything that articulated. Just I want to scream so bad. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. I'm loving that. Hey, Layers is coming with that heat now. I ain't gonna lie to you, player. Layers is, woo.
Seat with her hands up, show goes on even after the show's over. To get past me, you would have to kill me.
My gosh, that was tough, bro. I loved that.
Tossing what you want aside for longevity, ain't meant to be. If it causes everything to collapse and affects your heart heavily, what's worth it and what's not? What's certain and which side would the coin flip to and land on? When you get strong, do you stand up or stand down? Even with a man down, I man up, well-rounded, held out for the right outlet. 9 houses couldn't make me feel home, childish. Me left, see the outcome, every ounce of my childhood played a role.
He said 9 houses couldn't help me feel home. Oh my gosh.
And how I wound up with an outlook so crowded, no knowledge, couldn't see through the piles of my problems. Still piled up, past tense, man, I wish it was, but I've come so far so quickly. In it for the long haul, it's routine. Only thing I'm cool with losing is losing sleep. And it's only cool with me if it means I get to watch my dreams come true. If I kept it brief, still you'd think it was a long story. Recording half of the things I think would take 6 years. Prepare, cause the chance that you asked for might show up at your door one night like, I'm here, gonna let me in or just stare? It's clear, yeah, 6 ain't enough, that wouldn't come close to the content between my ears. My layers have got layers, my layers have got layers.
I like that. My layers have got layers. My layers have got layers. Shoot, this boy in that flow got flows. No cap. My reactions got reactions, low-key-do. Low-key-do. That was so tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's top tier, bro. That was absolutely amazing. I don't want to take too long to talk about that. I was just gawking at what I heard. Pause. I was just absolutely just amazed with what I heard. That was nuts. That I was not expecting that little beat, little that just that in and out, just that little break in between each part. And then to come back in and him to bring a different flow than, because it really just, like, there were points in that song, like, the entire song is absolutely insanity. That's a hard song. That's a really good song. And they found ways to make it even better. Like, it doesn't even seem to fit in the aspect of, like, my mind would never have thought, be ready for something to show up here like that. I would have just expected for the beat to drop, maybe to go quiet, a little bit silenter for a moment, and then let him just flow. That, he completely switched it up there, and that was absolutely amazing. That made it. That's a 4.2 out of 5 for me. Absolutely enjoyed that song. I think it has a great, just a great sound to it. Again, I'm gonna make this clear, bro. this journey that we're on, y'all, like it's so complex and shows the layers of a human being. Funny enough, that being layers. But just listening to that really just developed to tell me like he really is a deeper person than just what we think he is. But you can really tell that the mixtape is a mixtape. It's not exactly like the albums. This mixtape isn't following a specific storyline while also carrying one in and of itself. It's interesting. I give that a 4.2 out of 5. Absolutely love that. Let's hop now into Drifting by NF. I loved that. That was so good, y'all. Hey, let me tell y'all too. They were trying to, Spotify was trying to spoil me on this album a couple weeks ago.
Drifting,
They had this playing in the background.
watching the world go round. World go, yeah, world go. Listening to unfamiliar feelings and unknown sounds. Unknown sounds, slipping through my fingertips. Hey, lingering. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, would I put the pen? Make a list of all my failed attempts, running out of space again. Highlight all the things I wish I never said. Stop! If feeling makes you stronger, I'm the weakest. That would mean that I would have to separate from my beliefs. It's not a secret. I'm a puzzle, got a lot of missing pieces underneath this strong persona I put on's a kid that's screaming. Aren't these words so deceiving? They look different, don't they? Well, at least that's how they seem to me, cause we just drifting.
All right, now this song perfectly fits the Search album in terms of just the sound and everything. Like this vibe right here this is how I remember feeling listening to the Search album in terms of just the sound. This is what my ears have been looking for. I love this is a more corporate sound, not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like this seems like it fits a scheme of an album, and I love that. It sounds great.
We see something that we define as peaceful. Grab the needle, shoot reminders in my veins, and people leave you while I'm drifting. Watching the world go round. World go, yeah, world go. Listening to unfamiliar feelings and unknown sounds. Unknown sounds. Lots of gossip, I've been watching you. How you're talking to yourself is rude. Drifting, I'm in the same boat as you. Sinking, dreaming, screaming for some truth. And my escalators broke, I'll take the stairs, I guess. Climbing till I'm out of breath, questioning my every step. Whoa! My train of thought is leading me to different tracks. Positive that where I'm at is not where I should stay, and that's why. Told you look into the mirror and say I love you. Convince yourself that no one in the world would ever want to. Passing by the people that have been there to support you from the get-go. Disrespectful, drive you mental, might get stressful when I'm drifting. I see you in the distance, asking me why I'm so distant. I'm convicted, I'm convinced that I predicted all my wishes won't be heard, cause I'm committed to the light, and feeling safe is unrealistic when I'm drifting. Watching the world go round. World go, yeah, world go. Listening to unfamiliar feelings and unknown sounds. Unknown sounds.
I like this song. It was different. It really has been different. Like it's just this is a smooth listen through. Like this is one of those songs where I really don't need to speak. I can just listen to it, and it really just.
Ignorance of my ignorance. Tell me I'm worthy.
And then he goes on to do something like this, and I have no idea what I was talking about anymore. This is what makes NF, bro. I love that. Just catch me off guard, bro.
Ignorance of my ignorance. Tell me I'm worthy. God, give me the faith, the rise, and help me to survive. To take us to forward, immerse the mind. Belligerence amplified. The feelings and words collide, intensified by living a life deprived. I'd rather be burned alive than go back to thinking I'm insignificant. Every impotent moment debating can trigger it. God is my witness definitive. Holding my head up, there isn't an innocent bone in my body, but that's what gives me the energy locked to renovate. Have to innovate, past intimidate. Can't remain afraid.
Bro, where the heck did that come from, NF? Like, where in the world you pull that from? What bag of tricks did you have sitting by the studio that you said, hold on, let me pull this out for the last 30 seconds? That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. And yes, I heard God again, y'all. I heard him. I was listening. Pull me out, God. You know what I'm saying? Pull me out. I'm drifting. You gonna pull me out. You know what I'm saying? through the entire, bro, I don't know how to explain it. This entire vibe of this album, this mixtape feels so different. He's talking about drifting, but doesn't sound like it. Does that make sense to y'all? On all the other songs that we've listened to through these last few albums, like you can hear, like in how he's saying it, how he's articulating the words. Just it sounds like, okay, I'm there, I get you, like I can see that. Yo, he's speaking about drifting, but he doesn't really seem to be drifting. It almost sounds like he wants to, but he's not. And it's like he longs to still be drifting. It's like he's getting closer to home base, and yet he's still he's still trying to find a way for home not to be home. I could be reaching into that, but like, as I listen to him, I'm like, NF, you're not drifting, brother. Like, you know. But it reminds me a bit of Perception. Like, it doesn't sound like it. I don't know how to explain it. And it's such a weird feeling. Because this is the first time I've ever heard, I started thinking that way, and I'm hearing it now. But really in that ending there, when he's crying out and he's rapping about it, and when he talks about, God pulled me out. That was the most passionate he sounded that entire song. And yet, as I'm hearing him, every single line he seems to spit after doesn't give me the feeling that he's truly just in the depths anymore. It's weird. You can tell the growth is there. And even through the entire song, drifting, watching the world go round. Like, okay. Like, it's cool. It's chill. Like, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm listening to your verses and your bars. I'm like, are you really, though? It feels like a vibe more than anything. And it's interesting. I think because of the journey that we're on with him, like, we really have to take this stuff seriously and dissect it. Because, like, this is genuinely where he's coming from. And I think that really hits me differently. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was so interesting. I just got to sit there and kind of listen to it and go through it. I like that song. It's not my favorite, but I think it's a song that nonetheless, like, we have to listen to and say, okay, this song actually pays a lot of just dues to explaining a little bit more of where he is in the time period of the Clouds mixtape. You know what I'm saying? That being said, sound wise, it's a little bit slow. So again, slow songs are great songs, some of my favorite songs, but their versatility drops down a bit. I'm gonna give that song a 3.95 out of 5. I wanted to give it a 4, but I don't think that the songs I've rated a 4 so far I would listen to like below that. So I'm gonna have to give that a 3.95 out of 5. Really good song. I enjoyed it. I think it has a great vibe, and again, like, there's so much to dissect with it. I really enjoyed that. But y'all, let's go ahead and get into Paid My Dues. It's our last song of the day, but it does have a music video. I don't want y'all to get on me, so let's go ahead and head into that as we have the last song of the day. Again, thank y'all so much for joining me here on the reaction. If you are here for the premiere, shout out to you. Make sure in the comments to say I am here. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for coming out. If you are still here and you are someone who's not here on the premiere, I want you to comment. I have made it this far, because a huge shout out to you for being here, not even when you're commenting with other people and still spending time with us here on the reaction. I want to hear all y'all's thoughts, what y'all are thinking, how y'all felt so far about this mixtape, and how excited y'all are for the next reaction to the actual album. I believe it's Hope next. I'm really excited. I've enjoyed this walkthrough with NF's albums and this journey that we're on. It's been a good old time. And today's felt different in terms of other reactions. I can feel the vibe difference in this reaction, and I still think it's really good and in depth. I've enjoyed this. I really have enjoyed this. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Hey buddy, what are you doing up there? You maybe want to get down? No?
Clicks, 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 they'll do anything to get a few. Tick, 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 that's the sound before my head explodes. Quick, 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 look at you up on your pedestals. Quick, 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 hear the critics come, it's time to go. I read your article, it kinda hurt me. I don't know who hired you or what your friends say in your circle, but the fact that you released it tells me 2 things are for certain. They get paid for trashing people, I get paid cause I stay working. Drop the searching, they emerge up out of nowhere to the surface, just a peek behind the curtain, throwing salt at all my burdens. I'm aware I shouldn't give this my attention. Life's a journey, I should just stay on my path and learn to laugh. You think they heard me? Ears are burning, put them out out. Quiet, quiet, look around. Why don't they find someone way more interesting to write about? Us, we're kinda boring, aren't we? All we do is whine and pout. It's confusing, so amusing how I argue with myself.
All right. Wait. This Fear? Hey, Fear, listen here, black man. Tired of you, black boy. You're going to have to stop. You're getting on my nerves, buddy. Look, we're trying to get here, and you're still here. We got to get here. Leave us the heck alone, brother. That being said, Burdens, you're going to stay in the bathroom. We're done with you. You know what I'm saying? Here for Pay My Dues. I got to say, this song is an homage to the Search album. And hopefully a good sign of what's to come in the Hope album. As I'm listening to this, he brought up the Search, and I don't know exactly what article he may have read, who wrote it, that came into it. If somebody can drop that link below, maybe if y'all found what he's talking about, that'd be pretty interesting. But all I know is that we're seeing this is the first example of anything from the old album outside of the Lost music video, where we obviously saw the balloons already. There's actually more balloons in this one than we saw in Lost. What's going on there, pal? But okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking it so far. This is the first one that really feels like connects.
Hello, I spit it with these, so leave it to me. Doubt it, but you better believe.
Okay, every time this man just gets into a crazy flow out of nowhere. I hate when he does that to me.
How I argue with myself. Hello, I spit it with these, so leave it to me. Doubt it, but you better believe I'm on a rampage. Hit 'em with the record release. Depending a week, I'm probably gonna have to achieve another goal. Let me go when I'm over the beat. I go into beast mode like I'm ready to feast. I'm fed up with these thieves trying to get me to bleed. They wanna see me taking out. Yep, see what I mean? How many records I gotta give you to get with the program? Take it for granted, I'm about to give you the whole plan. Open your mind up and take a look at the blueprint. Debate if you got it, but gotta hold it with both hands. Look at the bars, you gotta be smart. You really gotta dig in your heart if you wanna get to the root of it. Issue pursuing the mental could be dark and be difficult, but the payoff at the end if it can help you to get to it. Hey, my dose, made it through. Woo, 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 spread the nose. I'm on the lows. Woo, 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 make it.
I like that. That little touch there, him bench pressing the Burdens, that's a nice little touch.
Most, I need some room. Woo, 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 always cold. Well, don't assume, don't assume. Hey, I'm the truth. Oh, they want some proof. Fear, don't be rude. Something new. Even when I lose, I make it look cool. Do the show, then we hit the room. Life is looking, oh, what to do? I don't need the shades up to like the view. It's time to get back in the swing of things. When my life crashes, I'm not the guy that'll flee the scene. I'll take ownership and own it and raise my hand if it's me. Just remember though, I'm only a man, I'm a human being. Don't they see? Shoot the breeze, I'd rather just stay discreet. People claim they're in your corner, but leave you in times of need. They don't listen, do they? What? They don't listen to anything. I'll accept advice if it's not presented ignorantly. Look, costs are high, they multiply, they cause divides. I'm forced to fight the poison I've been sipping on. It's quite the bite, it killed me twice. They rigged the lights so y'all can see the parts of mine that aren't so right. See, often I apologize and authorize the awful times to pop up. Like I'm right behind you, I'd advise you not to try to climb inside the mind like I do. Keep the rhyme book expedited, overnighted, hold it tight and hope the time is on my side. Cause if it's not, then I'll decide to override my own demise.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. He is murking this beat in terms of flow. Like multiple times. This is actually probably like in terms of flow. I ain't gonna lie. This might be my favorite song. I really like this vibe. Like outside of my song earlier, which I can't think of the name right now. This song is insane.
Overnighted, hold it tight and hope the time is on my side. Cause if it's not, then I'll decide to override my own demise. I told the line too close and I could improvise. I'd empathize but recognize the fact that I could jeopardize and record lives. You better give me your attention, the undivided. My dose, made it through. Woo, 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 spread the nose. I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold, well don't assume, don't assume. Hey, pay my dose, made it through. Woo, 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 spread the nose. I'm on the lows. Making moves, I need some room. Always cold, well don't assume, don't assume.
That's hard, boy. You killed that one. What we looking at? Lost? You're not lost. No, you. How am I gonna tell him you're not lost? That ain't right to me. That ain't right. Oh, went to my trash. All that being said, man, hold on. Let me get over here for paying my dues. I like that. I like that. I ain't gonna lie. That song right there is my favorite sound of the entire album in terms of like the hard rap. Like that's a song right there I can listen to at any time. When I'm ready to lift, go to the gym, pregame, something like that. That's the type of music I love. Stuff to get me hype and like in the mood. You feel me? I love that's a perfect song for it. Paid my dues. I love the imagery we get there. The balloons were very heavily involved in this, which kind of tells us like he really was taking his burdens everywhere. I love how there's not a scene without it, even though I hate that for him. I love how it's there for a reason. Like they make it very intentional to be clear that like he carries his burdens with him everywhere he goes. And even when he was benching it off his chest, like it's weighing on his chest. That was an interesting little touch we had there. But the flows are absolutely insane and Pay My Dues. What a great music video that was. I love how we get to see the smile back with the little fake drawn on smile. The little fake smile in his black clothing because he's not completely healed yet. I love how we love the example of him in the white behind with nothing on his face. Kind of like symbolizing the aspect of like where we want to be, but we're not now. We're still searching for it. You know what I'm saying? I love that aspect. I love how he talked about how, you know, I probably shouldn't give this any credence, but in reality, like I'm still human. Realize that, you know what I'm saying? Like respect that. I'm still gonna deal with stuff. I'm still gonna feel certain stuff. I'm not God. You feel me? I love that. Ultimately, this entire mixtape has been pretty interesting. For Pay My Dues, I'm gonna have to give that a 4.3 out of 5. I really do enjoy the sound and love it. I really could listen to that more often. I really actually hope I'll probably go back and check it out after today. I'll probably go back and check it out again. See how it sounds when I'm in the gym lifting, see if it gets me the pump that I'm looking for. I really enjoyed that. But all that being said, I really do feel in a deep way that this mixtape really was interesting. And I can imagine if this was actually 2021 and I'm an NF fan and I'm just waiting on some new music, this would be a really good drop. I think in terms of the storyline, the journey that we're going on, we probably actually could have skipped this journey, this album, and still understood what was going on. I'm not saying I wish I did. I'm actually glad we listened to it because it gives us context, because what this did for me though is it kind of showed me the state of where he is, and I really appreciated that because I feel like it's really kind of showing us what to expect with the next album that's coming, and also just showing that he's still steadily improving with his art and his craft. I really think that Story Song was just a display of his ability and that he's so much more versatile than we may think. I think that we get to get peeks into his mind and his state then in his time in 2021 that are really going to come out to be important and hope. I think it shows some of the advancements he's made while also showing some of the things that he's holding on to. Ultimately, it's an amazing little mixtape. I think it was really cool. I definitely say that obviously the search is untouched to this day. It always will be. There's definitely 2 songs on here that I think rival some of the songs on the search. But overall, the search was such an amazing piece. But the Cloud should not be underestimated in terms of just how good of a mixtape this really is. So much good songs to really touch. And as always, I mean, he comes in and he isn't just this fast rapping guy, but he actually has material that means something and can be articulated in a way that is deeper than just mumble rap. You feel me? I think that was absolutely amazing. With all that being said, man, if you enjoyed this reaction, please get down in my comments with all those who are already here and let me know what songs you'd like to see me react to next. Please join us here and subscribe on this NF journey, as well as go and check out some of our other songs. We do a whole bunch of reactions here every single week. 2 reactions a week, one on Monday, one on Friday with the premiere that we do on Friday. The poll goes up every single Tuesday, so make sure to be there as well. We can't just have 171 votes when it's NF. Even if you don't know who the artist is, please give us some votes so that we can continue to help push the channel out and reach more people ultimately for these reactions. I thank y'all so much for joining me. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and AB, as always, I really do pray you enjoyed the vibe. It's its.nolimitab, y'all, and we out.
My God is loaded.
I get that they way too bloated. Pricey page, you cannot afford it. I serve 'em now, I can't wait till I'm 40.
Rich got big, got J's.
Loaded.